Wayne. Wayne is calling from Alabama. Alabama. Wayne, what's going on?
First of all, I am in Alabama. Do not like Trump.
You're a rarity. You're a rarity, Wayne.
Believe me, on my stretch of road, I know it.
Can you describe to people what your stretch of road looks like? Your typical Alabama street. What does it look like when it comes to politics?
I live in the county. And basically, Trump flags flying every direction you can see.
Does that make you want to vomit, like when you have to see that every day?
Yes.
God, it's so brutal.
I don't really have a question, more of a thought. I'm thinking that he is still so pissed off about the election that he clearly lost that he is going to burn his whole thing to the ground. Even his supporters are just collateral damage at this point. He doesn't care.
So I agree with you, and I'm picturing, Wayne, tell me if you agree or not. I'm picturing what your typical person in Alabama would look like on your street. And forgive me because I am generalizing here. I think you can cast a new Duck Dynasty episode. Am I right on that? They look like insurrectionists with their long beards and their Confederate flags and their Trump flags. I mean, that's what I'm picturing right now. Am I wrong in making that assumption?
You've been here. You've been here before. That's all I can say. You visited at one point or another.
I am so glad that there are people like you out there, and we just got to keep up the fight, and it can't be easy for you, and I understand that.
Well, like today at my job, my boss is a hardcore Trump supporter, and he was livid because he went to the grocery store and prices are going up. And I'm like, oh, well. You know, me and him debate and argue about this stuff. He usually loses these arguments. But anyway, he's pissed off about prices going up, not understanding that he is responsible for these prices.
Yeah. No,
you can't.
Buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse.
No matter the facts, you can play clips of him literally saying things that he said. He didn't say that. And I'm like, at what point can we just all agree on what reality is? When we see it and hear it, it's there.
Absolutely. You know, I'm going to ask you a stupid question. Okay. This is something that nobody should have to see because have you ever seen like a Klan rally? Like, have you ever been driving around and you saw a bunch of people in white hoods in Alabama?
No, that I have not seen.
Okay, good. I took a deep breath.
Tennessee. I lived in Tennessee for a while and did see that.
Ugh. That's just
as a teenager.
I want to share a story with you right now on the air. Is that okay?
That's fine with me.
All right. So I was going to do this to start the show, but I'm going to do it with you now because I think it's appropriate. So I was on the golf course yesterday. I was on a very prestigious golf course. Some might call it a little snotty. And I'm on the golf course. And for anybody that knows golf, you're on the putting green taking a couple practice putts before you're out to play. So I'm having a conversation with some friends of mine, you know, and we're talking. The conversation went to Augusta National, very prestigious golf course. And we talked about the first black person to ever become a member there was Condoleezza Rice. And of course, my friends were saying, and I was saying, that's a great thing. You know, thank God they finally allowed black people to play golf there, right? That's a good thing. And then this complete stranger, middle-aged white guy, looked like he lived in Alabama, okay? All due respect to people like you, but he looked like he lived in Alabama. He looks at me and he says, oh, I don't think black people should be members there. And I looked at him and I said, this conversation could go one of two ways. Either I just do what I do on the air and call him out for being a bigot, or I just sort of disagree with him and move on. And he said, well, I'm okay with black people playing on the golf course like Tiger Woods, but I think we should keep things in place. And I looked at him and I'm like, I wanted to say, should we keep slavery in place? And I was so angry. And I thought to myself, this is the kind of thing somebody will say to a complete stranger. I'm a complete stranger. I don't know this guy from a hole in the wall. Imagine the stuff he says to his friends on the golf course. And I thought, what a piece of human scum that there are still people in this country, and guaranteed that guy voted for Donald Trump. There are still people in this country that think because the color of your skin is different, that you shouldn't have the same privileges as somebody else. I was so disgusted by this man who decided to be a part of this conversation uninvited and share his racist, bigoted views. And I was so angry. Like I was so angry because I don't like keeping things inside. But what do you make of that? And I'm assuming there's probably a lot of people in Alabama that think the same way.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, I am one of the ones that will speak out. I've had one conversation at a store with a person because I have trouble holding my tongue. My wife constantly gets on to me, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. But, you know, I heard the conversation of once these immigrants are gone. So my response is, yeah, Cletus, now you can become a CEO somewhere.
Ugh.
With, you know, dropped out of high school. Yeah, I'm pretty sure now that the illegals gone, your life are going to be, it's just going to improve immediately.
Why do people think like that?
They have nothing to do with,
Why do they think like that?
because they're stupid.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, but I just wanted you. Hey,
I was,
listen, man. I appreciate you calling in. Please stay safe out there in Alabama.
I
And
appreciate you.
yeah, thank you so much.
I appreciate you taking the time to talk.
Of course, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you.